you can. It's a hard thing to do.
And to repeat history conversations, you must be prepared not just for the question, but for the answer that comes back.
As the boxing world gears up for the high-stakes showdown between legendary icon Manny Pacquiao and reigning world champion Mario Barrios, fighters and analysts alike are buzzing with divided opinions. Some argue that Pacquiao's trademark speed, tricky angles, and relentless aggression will overwhelm the younger champion. Others believe the Filipino legend may have finally met his match in the form of a taller, stronger, and fresher opponent. With predictions pouring in from the likes of Errol Spence Jr. and Sean Porter, one question looms large. Can the 46-year-old Pacquiao defy Father Time yet again, or is Barrios poised to deliver a punishing passing of the torch?
Travis Hartman with weighing in with Travis Hartman. I'm going to weigh in on the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. Yes. Mario Barrios is a world champion. Yes. But I'm going to pick Manny Pacquiao. The southpaw from the Philippines, the Hall of Famer, the 8-division world champion. He is going to muster up enough from the past to come in here and beat Mario Barrios. And I'm going to roll with Manny Pacquiao for a decision over Mario Barrios in Vegas this Saturday on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. But also, Mario Barrios is going to pose a lot of threats versus Manny Pacquiao because he's a lot taller, he's a lot longer, and he's younger. And he's a world champion. It's for the WBC world title. Manny Pacquiao's first fight after being retired for 5 or 6 years now. And he chooses a world title fight. Manny Pacquiao by decision.
When boxing royalty speaks, the world pays attention. And Sugar Ray Leonard isn't ready to count out Manny Pacquiao just yet. Drawing from his own experience with comeback fights, Leonard emphasized the mental war that returning fighters must endure. You got to get used to being hit again. You got to get used to training that hard. At that level, he explained, it's more mental, more psychological than physical. You need that heart, that fire. As for Pacquiao's chances, Leonard left the door open. Maybe he can pull it off. Maybe he still knows exactly what to do.
I can't comment too harshly on that because I made more comebacks than everybody. I hold a record, undisputed. You know?
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, do what you want to do, man. You know what, man? It's all up here. It's here.
Yeah.
It's what you got. It's what you use. Again, there is no way to answer this, but stay healthy.
Drawing parallels to his legendary 1987 comeback against Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard underscores the critical role of mental discipline and emotional readiness in a successful return. He cautions that physical conditioning alone won't be enough for Pacquiao. Instead, the real challenge lies in recalibrating the mind to face the unforgiving demands of the ring, where sharp instincts, self-belief, and mental toughness often outweigh raw physicality.
What kind of challenges he's going to face, having been a great fighter yourself and him, comparable in career-wise? What kind of challenges do you think he's going to face, and any advice on him doing things a certain way that maybe you found you did a mistake or this and that, give or take?
You know what? When I came back, that one horrible time, it was all me. It was my mindset. It was the way I felt. I believe I could win. I trained hard, but you know what? I won't do it again. You know what? I won't do it again. I can't tell someone don't do that. I made too many comebacks.
As for Manny, just any advice from him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can do. It's a hard thing to do.
Then there's Bernard, the executioner, Hopkins, the embodiment of boxing longevity and resilience. As the oldest man to ever hold a world title, Hopkins recognizes in Pacquiao the same late career fire that fueled his own remarkable run. Speaking to the ring, Hopkins voiced his confidence. I'm rooting for Manny because if anyone can pull this off, it's him. Barrios is a B-plus fighter. He's got speed and experience, sure, but Manny has what it takes to get the upset. He won't stop him, but he can win this on points.
If Pacquiao's successful, he will become tied with the record I set and broke from George Foreman as the oldest champion to win a major title in the light heavyweight division in boxing. That's there. Fact check it. Fact check it is there. That's your generation. Y'all fact check a lot. I got a daughter that's 26. So I got a nephew that's 18, 19, all between 17 and 30, all in between. They keep me up on game. They keep me up on all the fact check. So I'm letting you know. That's one of the reasons Pacquiao is coming out to do that. And other reasons too, but that's one of the majors.
In a recent interview, Manny Pacquiao revealed that his return to the ring isn't about legacy, money, or public expectation. It's about passion. After stepping away from boxing in 2021 to focus on his political career, Pacquiao admitted to feeling adrift, as if something vital was missing. No title or public office could fill the void left by the sport that shaped him. Reimersing himself in the grind, training camps, interviews, press events, and sparring reminded him of what he truly missed, the rhythm of the fight life. Now, after a 4-year layoff that gave his body time to recover, Pacquiao has reignited not just his athletic ability, but his love for the game and the brotherhood that comes with it.
I'm coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? For years I stopped boxing. I was always thinking boxing, and even in my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So I really love exercise, and I really miss boxing.
How much of this comeback is about money, if at all?
No, the comeback. The reason why I come back is because I want to. I miss boxing. I mean, I want to be a champion again, and I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Manny Pacquiao's clash with Mario Barrios on July 19th, 2025 marks a pivotal chapter in the Filipino icon's storied career. At 46 years old and coming off a 4-year hiatus, Pacquiao's return has electrified the boxing world. But this comeback isn't just about one night. According to those close to his camp, if Pacquiao gets past Barrios, he's setting his sights on an even bigger target, a blockbuster showdown with WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis. Victory on July 19th could open the door to one of the most talked about cross-generational fights in recent memory.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
That's cry me a river, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see.
You feel good?
We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this, like, I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk. But
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, revealed that the current goal is to capture the WBC welterweight title before chasing a long-awaited dream fight with Gervonta Davis. According to Gibbons, Pacquiao has been eager to face Davis for years, and following Davis's recent showing, now could be the perfect time to make it happen. Pacquiao has also made it clear he's open to fighting Davis at either 145 or 147 pounds, signaling he's fully prepared for the challenge.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight, all right? He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year, so he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and can build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
Boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard has voiced his support for a Pacquiao versus Mayweather rematch, saying fans deserve to see it happen. According to Leonard, the fight wouldn't just be about the money. It's about legacy, history, and giving the sport's most passionate audience what they've long wanted. People will watch it, he said, highlighting the powerful storyline and intrigue that would come with two all-time greats sharing the ring once more. Leonard believes such a bout could inject fresh energy into boxing, becoming a cultural event that goes far beyond a standard pay-per-view spectacle.
Mayweather and Pacquiao. Would you be interested in seeing that rematch?
I mean, yeah, you're at a different stage in your life.
Yeah.
Spiritually, physically, mentally.
Right.
It can be a great fight.
Right.
Put it this way, it should be done.
It should be done.
It should be.
It will help boxing in the sport. You think the sport needs it?
In a crazy way.
In a crazy way?
Yeah. I mean, put it this way, and as much people say when he's 40 years old, people will watch it.
Manny's last fight, he looked phenomenal.
He looks phenomenal.
He looked phenomenal. Yeah. And Mayweather, the last one he fought a kickboxer. He fought, Conor McGregor. His last few fights were too.
Well, when he beat that guy from
the Asian guy. Yeah. But it was a kickboxer. He was a kickboxer. He wasn't a professional boxer.
I mean, it's called Tommy Hearn.
However, renowned boxing coach Abel Sanchez pointed out that although Pacquiao's speed and reflexes may have diminished with age, his punching power is still a serious threat. Sanchez drew a comparison to George Foreman's iconic knockout win over Michael Moorer, highlighting how veteran fighters can still deliver devastating power. He suggested that Pacquiao's strength could give him a real shot at victory against Barrios.
Another fight that's coming up is Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Mario Barrios for the world title. Obviously, Pacquiao's been out of the ring for 4 years. He's not had a victory for 6. What do you make of Pacquiao coming straight back into a world title fight?
Well, I think Manny's a great fighter, and I think Manny's got a great career behind him. I think he picked the lesser of the welterweight champions. I think he has a good chance of making it a good fight. Whether he can win or not at this age, I should say. Sometimes the mind tells you pull the trigger, but the body can't, so is it gonna be that? He's, 46, 47 years old? Something like that? Yeah. Bernard Hopkins was a different kind of animal. Bernard Hopkins never really had the kind of tough fights like Manny's had, so.
Veteran trainer Joel Diaz hasn't minced words when it comes to Manny Pacquiao's comeback. He firmly believes Pacquiao shouldn't be returning to the ring and sees Mario Barrios as the clear favorite. Diaz emphasizes the physical toll of a 12-round bout, noting that the younger, fresher Barrios holds the advantage in stamina and conditioning. He suggests Barrios could wear Pacquiao down with consistent pressure or take over in the later rounds. While Diaz acknowledges Pacquiao's legendary ring IQ, he warns that age and ring rust are very real obstacles. In his view, Barrios is well positioned to outwork and outlast the 46-year-old icon.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
In a recent interview, respected trainer Greg Hackett voiced concern over Pacquiao's return, warning that the boxing legend may be overestimating his current abilities. Hackett pointed to the significant challenge of facing a younger, active opponent like Mario Barrios and highlighted the risks involved. His comments echo a growing sentiment within the boxing world, cautioning against aging fighters stepping back into high-stakes bouts. Hackett urged serious reflection on the potential impact this fight could have on Pacquiao's health and legacy, offering a sobering reminder of the sport's brutal realities.
Not knock him out, but you know what I mean, beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on some like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, he can. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like this. And that's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans want to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
Renowned trainer Robert Garcia has acknowledged Pacquiao's extraordinary legacy, but he also expressed concern about the physical toll of aging. Garcia cautioned that even the greatest champions are not immune to the effects of time, emphasizing that the body can eventually betray them, particularly when facing younger, stronger fighters. His comments add to the growing chorus of voices questioning the risks of Pacquiao's return to the ring.
Retirement.
Well, Pacquiao's a big name, and obviously Barrios is a great fight for Barrios because he's a champion, and I think Pacquiao, being that they both have connections with PBC, that's the easiest fight to make. So, they're getting another title opportunity. I just the name obviously, but I really believe that Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. I think it's actually going to be a little. I don't want to say sad because he's going to make a lot of money, so we can't feel sorry for him. But at 46, almost 47, it's almost impossible for. I'm just 4 years older, 3-4 years older than him, and it's not easy to try to think you're gonna get in shape and be able to perform like the way you were, when you were in your 20s and 30s.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
Well, it's not impossible because he has power. He should have that power. Barrios is big and a strong boy, so I don't see that happening. But is it possible? Anything's possible. George Foreman did it. There's been others that do it, but I really don't see it happening.
But Pacquiao's speed's the name of his game. Do you think he doesn't have that? There's no way he doesn't have the same speed as before.
There's no way, bro. You guys, I don't know if you guys seen his last performance.
The exhibition against that big guy.
It was actually embarrassing to see that shit. So it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
If Pacquiao wins, what does that do for him? Where does that put him all time?
Come on, at that age, after like a few years, I don't know how many years he's been out.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas weighed in on Mario Barrios' size and background, noting that Barrios is not a natural welterweight, but rather someone who moved up in weight. According to Atlas, this could make his perceived size advantage less significant, potentially evening the odds against Pacquiao. His analysis suggests the matchup may be more evenly contested than many expect, framing the fight as a competitive and intriguing showdown rather than a one-sided affair.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights, so start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios, so he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course, we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
108 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. Yeah, you would have had Petter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter, you would have had Peter coming after you. Look what he did to this horse. But look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I put it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up? Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active. you know, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, than when Pacquiao fought him. Maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment, Pacquiao, in the Ugas fight. I thought that Pacquiao, for his age...
Despite Mario Barrios holding clear physical advantages, being 16 years younger with notable height and reach over the 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, many seasoned boxing professionals still believe the Filipino legend deserves the benefit of the doubt. Fellow champion Nonito Donaire backed Pacquiao's chances, citing his elite skill set and fight IQ. Asterisk, he knows how to fight, how to win. Asterisk, Pacquiao's longtime strength coach, Justin Fortune, claims the icon looks as sharp as he did 6 or 7 years ago and even predicts a stoppage victory. Former rival Juan Manuel Marquez adds that power is the last thing a fighter loses, urging fans not to underestimate Pacquiao. In the eyes of these experts, Pacquiao's speed, experience, and punching power remain serious weapons, enough to make him a real threat, even against a bigger and younger opponent.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
Do you think Pacquiao's veteran footwork and blazing combination speed will be enough to neutralize Barrios' height, reach, and youth? Or is this shaping up to be a night where Barrios' physical edge and pressure game demand a knockout? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear who you're backing in this clash of eras.